rising Venus and Mars. My name is Melissa. Welcome to my channel. In the description box below, you'll see a bunch of different links, all to my physical store, Lady Magdalene's Mercantile. That's where you'll find me usually. I do a lot of crystal talk, feminine energy coaching. I also do tarot. Tarot was actually the start of this whole process. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for being here. If you would be interested in doing, I did for a while do extended readings for an extension of these. And since I have grown to 351 followers, what I would like to do is offer extended readings, personalized extended readings. If that is something that would interest you, it would be, maybe 2 or 3 minutes about the other party involved or whatever question you would have. And it would be a small fee of like $5 or something, and I would do them for personal. So that being said, let's get started. What's going on for Gemini? March 16th through the 31st. Although if you find this another time, I kind of feel like my readings are timeless. It was meant for you to hear. So what's going on for Gemini? Bottom of the deck. Ooh, we have a tower moment. So we're breaking free from something, that is for sure. Usually when the lightning strikes, it's like a gift from the universe saying, boom, done. You're over with it. Let's get over it. And I love how her little magic wand is like starting to spin there because she knows it's time to work the magic again. You're showing up as the Ten of Swords, so you're done. You've had enough. Whoever is talking about you, or maybe your own personal demons that you're battling, like the last nail is in the coffin. Like, we're done with that. We're on to the next round. 2:02 on the clock. I almost feel like, it's like an old chapter is closed and the new one is in, and you're reaching for your broom there, which basically tells me like, okay, which basically tells me that, sorry about that, which basically tells me that you're done with that chapter and it's time to move on. What's coming across is the Empress. So I don't know if you feel held back by your own creativity, or is it possible that maybe an Aries is holding you back, or is it possible maybe you're thinking about being pregnant and starting a family? Sometimes that can cause some issues too. The base of the problem, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is basically telling us that you need to kind of rest and think about it a little bit. Maybe journal a little bit. It's more about rest and recovery before you go to the next step. We had the Tower moment, we had the Ten of Swords, and now we have this pregnancy thing, or Aries energy. So I do feel like there's definitely something that you need to kind of stop and think and pause for a minute. Gemini, we know you're a big thinker. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords. So you had a solution, okay? You had a solution to whatever you're thinking about that was there. And at one point you were like, yes, that's it. You can see the birds, the ravens all flying around there. To me, that symbolizes like you had a ton of ideas, and you finally got that one pure idea for whatever was happening next. And I feel that's just kind of laying over into what you're supposed to be thinking about. Like maybe you're even revisiting the idea. In your subconscious, we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups energy is literally, you might need to cry a little bit, Gemini. It's letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Typically the emotions, the toxic emotions that don't serve you anymore. Because see, once you dump over these cups, it creates space for new, okay? And there's a celebration going on here in the background. You can see there's like balloons and stuff. So it's almost like you should be proud of maybe behaviors. Maybe this is something about, especially with this idea, I feel like you should honor how far you've come. Like you've made some major changes, which many of us have, but you specifically, Gemini, have made some major changes over the last 3 years, maybe to your health, to your family, to your personal development. I feel like you've really come a very far way when it comes to developing. So, maybe it's time to kind of, tears to me are creating space. It's like little slivers of space so that we can fill it up with love and light and whatever else is going to serve us more. Okay. Tears is, a gift. So what we have coming though is the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like once you let go, it's like all going to fall in place. I heard it's all going to fall together. It could be money that you might have been asking for. It could be a person that maybe you're manifesting. Maybe it's a business partner. Maybe it's a love partner. Maybe you're going to get the job that you want. I feel like whatever you've been asking for, it's just waiting to kind of drop into your lap, but you have to let go of some things first. You have to make space. We only have so much capacity, right? Okay. Spirit's advice is starting fresh. Yeah. Starting fresh, starting new. I feel like this is, when you're the fool, you have baggage and you've learned from your mistakes. And I feel like you've learned from the past. That's why we had you rest and recover, because it was like, okay, what did I learn? How can I sleep on this? Like, you've learned what's in the past and now it's time to move forward. What's going on around you is the Death card, Scorpio energy. So I do feel like you are letting something go, but it looks like somebody's going to cut it out for you. Like we had the Tower card, we've got Scorpio, we've got Pluto in Aries right now, Pluto moving into Aquarius. We've got Saturn moving into Pisces. There's a lot of crumbling of what we thought isn't anymore. What we thought was now does not exist anymore. So I feel like it's time to start, restructuring your own set of principles, restructuring your own set of like what your family should look like, restructuring your own set of what your job looks like. And basically that starts with what makes you happy. It really does. What's going on, what you're happy about? Okay. Your hopes and fears. Well, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. It's also Capricorn and Taurus energy. And I feel like it's like you're worried about money and you're also worried about what that means to you. And for the first time I noticed the queen of this one has a little moon on the top of her head. And to me that says, you are going to know how to manage your material possessions, your money, your career. And it's going to look different to other people. Like the way Susie influencer manages her business and manages her family and has this brilliant lifestyle yours is going to look very different than hers. So I wouldn't try to, balance yours or create the structure of yours off of someone else's lifestyle. Like I really feel like as you sit in your peace, in your rest, in your journaling, I feel like if you could put the pieces together as to what your best day looks like, what your best week looks like, how you're going to be the healthiest you've ever been, how you're going to be giving as much as you should give in terms of your career and in terms of your family and in terms of your love. Like how many times a week are you having sex with your lover? Like how many times a week are you having dates? How many times a week are you playing with the kids and making sure that they're taken care of? Like all of these things need to be kind of put in order so that Spirit can say, okay, this is the life she wants. Okay? And it's okay to make choices. You could put them all down on a piece of paper and then like a week later be like, yeah, that's too much. I don't want that. Or no, I want something different or whatever. They're always up for a little change. Okay, final outcome, Gemini. 7 of Swords. Okay. So, with this Death card, after I looked at the 7 of Swords, I immediately looked at the Death card and I also looked at the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like, Gemini, that when it comes to signing contracts for maybe you're getting a new house, maybe you're getting a new job, I want you to make sure you read the documents thoroughly. Now, I know you're very much, that is your jam, like figuring things out, making sure everything looks good on paper. But I really want you to read those documents well. Take your time doing it. I think that's this rest and recoup thing. It's like, you get to the point where you're neither coming or going. But also, this card is also kind of a deceptive card. They're kind of curled in. They're taking their swords and their ideas with them, and they're leaving an area that is veiled, and they're moving into an area of knowledge. And there's swords there, there's a crystal ball there, there's an atlas there, there's all these books. So the final outcome of this reading is, Gemini, is I feel like you just need to make sure that when you make your decision, that clear and present thought, and that decision is clear, that there's no deception. Make sure you're not deceiving yourself first and foremost, but make sure there's nothing going on around you. And I do feel like that's when I was talking about this moon and the Queen of Pentacles, the little moon in her hair up here. I feel like that was, a sign of like, make sure you're using your intuition as well as your intellectual properties, okay? I think that's very important for you, Gemini. And that comes in all aspects of your life. That comes in your business, that comes in your relationships, that comes in your, loving relationships, your parenting, like all of that. You need to use your intuition just as much as you use your intellect, okay? Final card here from the Soul's Journey. They're lesson cards made by James Van Praagh. Love these. And again, if you are interested in having a mini extended reading, get into my DMs and let's chat about it. And I'll do like a 3-minute reading for $3 or something like that. Okay. All right. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I embrace and I nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So I feel like that has a lot to do with, the Ten of Swords, you letting that go and kind of getting more creative and trying to figure out what is next for you. So thank you so much for watching, Gemini. I appreciate you. Thanks again for the likes and the comments. I appreciate all feedback, and have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Toodaloo.